to describe myself in 3 words, it'd be outgoing, love getting absolutely mortal, and just absolutely quality crack.
If I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would be confident, cheeky, spontaneous.
How is anyone fitting anything into that 5-minute window?
What's going on outside?
No one's really saying
Spreading my fucking stuff getting round it.
I got tags!
And welcome back to another episode of Talks by the Daybed on the JR podcast. We are back with my co-host, Swaggy P. How are you, mate?
Not too bad. Jack, how are you?
Alright, mate, I'm doing well. Another 4 episodes gone by. And we're back again. They go quick, dude.
Week.
Holy dooly.
Quick turnaround.
Mate, bloody hell, it's a very quick turnaround. It feels like a quick turnaround, but there's been 4 episodes. But there was an episode when we were recording that was being streamed as we were going.
Yeah.
But
Plus one of them
right.
was on. Plus one of them was unseen bits as well. Which
Exactly.
yeah.
Another one was unseen bits. So
yeah.
we didn't really miss too much. And there isn't a hell of a lot to talk about in this episode, but we're gonna fill it out. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
First things first, though. What about our predictions, my friend? How good are we?
Dude, we should just ITV should just hire us.
Oh,
Just as like odds on, just to like grade the odds.
literally the odds. Yeah, Sportsbet should hire us, mate. We could do the
Yeah,
odds. for them.
Sportsbet, yeah.
But we got 5 from 5, and if you didn't listen to last episode, you should go back and listen to it. It was another good episode. But we predicted who was going to be coupled up with who in the recoupling. Now, obviously, a few of them was pretty easy, but we've been a little bit bold on a couple of predictions, and yeah, we end up getting them all right. 5 from 5.
Watch our predictions this week be just total.
Oh,
crap.
total. Yeah, yeah. We'll get 0 out of whatever. Yeah. It's going to be a bit grim. I can already see in the future.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We'll be fine. Now, we'll just go straight into the episode 5 where we left off, right? Sound
Yeah.
good?
Episode 5, yeah.
Great. So they just had the recoupling. We got 5 out of 5. Now, it started off the episode with Rachel, the new girl, where
that's
she was
episode 7,
told.
isn't it?
No, hold on. No. Oh wait. No, wait. What?
Yeah.
No.
Episode 7 was when
No.
Okay.
It's right after recoupling, and she walks in when the 2
But-
boys are standing there on their own because the other people got picked in the recoupling. Right? So they just got
Yes.
picked.
Okay. But we
Okay?
didn't. Okay, don't worry. I think we didn't go through the recoupling. Hey.
No, we didn't. It was the recoupling episode, but it were only nothing happened before the recoupling. They were just getting prepped. The whole episode was them getting prepped,
Yeah.
ready for the recoupling. Then the recoupling happened. We got 5 out of 5. Bada bing, bada boom. Which
okay.
left Chugs and
Bradley.
old Brad boy on their own. Now, after that happens, after the recoupling, right at the end of that 5th episode,
Mhm.
the new girl arrives. Okay, the recoupling's finished. New girl arrives, and it is Brad and Chugs on his own. And she is told she has 24 hours to choose Chugs or Brad, and the other goes home. The person who does not choose goes home. They have 24 hours to make an impact.
See, look at the difference. They tell them when they go home. They never did that with Shannon. Wow. Look at the producers dictating the game.
Oh, mate, we'll see. I don't think she's coming back anymore. But anyway, win some, you lose some. So that was pretty much the entirety of episode 5. Not a lot happened. The recoupling episode where we nailed it, and nothing really else happened. Chugs started grafting real hard on everyone, though. He tried, as best he could. To
I mean, look.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to all my Chugs fans out there.
Oh, same, dude. Same.
I think I might have judged him too much.
I agree.
I think he's after watching these two, I think he's definitely a better person than Brad. But yeah,
I agree.
I apologize to all my Chags fans out there. He seems like a good bloke. I don't know.
I
Apologies.
completely agree. He was probably, in my top 3-4 guys by the end of the. Oh, no spoilers, but
Yeah,
within those 2 days, within those 2 episodes,
yeah,
I was really enjoying it. Like I was like, oh, he's actually really nice. Like his chat's a bit nah, but I mean, at least he's nice about it.
I mean, yeah, his chat's not the worst. His
His chat's
chat's
not the
right.
worst. Definitely, his chat's not the worst.
There's much worse people coming up.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now, that was the end of episode 5. On that, left on the cliffhanger of what she's
Yeah.
going to do. Now, episode 6, Unseen
7.
Bits.
Oh, 6. Yeah.
Was the Unseen Bits? Did you watch it? I watched it.
Not really.
Okay. I thought it was actually really funny. I really enjoyed it, actually.
Anything in particular that happened that
Not a
is
lot
worth
that
noting?
happened. Just some funny little stories here and there. I actually gained a lot of respect for Faye and Brad. Like I really did. Both are actually quite
Okay.
funny people. So I was like, you know what? They're just portrayed like quite bad. Like as you would do if you were the producers and stuff. You've got to make someone, the person that you don't like and that kind of stuff. But Faye was actually very funny. So I was like,
Yeah, I also want to apologize to all my Faye fans out there as well. From the first episode, I've had we both said that she was probably the worst, but now
yeah,
she's almost all the way up top for me, I think.
really, nearly at the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Wow, all
Since
right.
Shannon's gone, yeah.
I'm not going that high.
Probably top
Maybe not
two.
that high.
Top two. Top two.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that. I gained respect for not that much. My goodness. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, if you're listening, and haven't watched it, I think it's worth a watch. It's only a smaller episode. They just go through some funny little clips, and it just I don't know. It shows you a bit more of some of the people that you think are very quiet and boring and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was good, and shows like the boys mingling just for the boys. It's always funny clips come out of those kind of things.
I've
So.
got thoughts about that as well. I'll leave that at the end.
Yeah. So then moves on to episode 7, where the recoupling's done. Now both the guys chatted to Rachel, but at this time, at the beginning, Brad seems to be keen on her more than what Chugs is. Because Brad had that initial reaction when she walked in and like, whoa, he's always said he likes dark features and stuff, so So it did seem like he was interested off the gun.
Yep.
Which I was like, oh, good on him. He might have found someone who he actually wants to be with. Also in that episode, Aaron and Sharon kiss. Beautiful moment.
No, as a couple, you mean?
Yes, as a couple.
Before
Not
that,
like in a
were.
challenge. They did it in a challenge. This is in a couple. They finally
Yeah.
kissed properly in a couple.
Yeah.
And then when they went off to bed, Faye and Liam had their proper kiss as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Which was nice. Then after that, next day, undercover lover challenge. What do you think of this one, mate? I thought it was pretty funny.
Dude, to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite challenges.
I was like, this is a great challenge.
Like some of them are really some of the challenges they do are really over the top.
Yeah.
And it's very cringe. But this one, I didn't think it was cringe at all. I thought it was quite funny and it was good.
So did I.
I thought it was very good. It's probably one of the better challenges I've seen so far.
Yeah, and Toby out of the gun, first guy off. He probably, in my eyes, he nearly won. He was either first or second best guy who did it.
Well,
I thought he nailed it. It was so funny.
I'll just remind me about my observation of the week, the challenges part of it. Observation of the week. So at the end of the episode, I'll let you know about that. Yeah.
No worries. But I thought Toby did a really good job going first. I think a few of the boys are pretty boring. Liam's is boring.
Yes.
Like a few of them where I was like, come on, are you even trying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I thought Aaron's is pretty funny. He went with the whole like Bond type look, which was really good actually.
He actually looked the best in the suit.
Yeah, he did. I think he did too. I think he looked the best in the suit. But Brad ended up winning the challenge, and I think rightfully so. He pulled out all the moves.
Not rightfully so.
I mean, he jumped through the thing. He put all the moves on. It was pretty funny. I think
good
he
on
did a
you
really
for
good
jumping
job.
through a piece of plastic.
No, mate, but he put on the show. He lifted him up. He did everything. He was. I think he did a really good job. So I was like, and he seemed to get the upper hand with Rachel as well from that challenge. which I feel bad for Chugs because he sort of got like sloppy seconds almost.
Oh, it was so awkward just watching him shoot all the
Yeah, with the
people.
ball cap on.
Yeah, every time they cut to him, he just put like a stone face. He wasn't smiling.
Yeah,
He was just
yeah,
like
he was not happy.
kind of
He's like,
trying to force an emotion out. So it just felt bad for Chugs.
especially when Brad was doing it with her,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this is hard to watch. This is really hard to watch.
that was such a terrible situation to be in real life, dude. That
Oh,
honestly one of the worst. Imagine that.
yeah, yeah. Poor guy. Poor guy. Anyway, so that was that challenge. Brad won. Happy days. Um, Now after that challenge, did you notice that Liberty's hair got stained pink? Like her
Uh,
hair got stained.
I
Like
thought
the,
she
the
colored
dye
it on
wouldn't come
purpose.
out. No, that was
Oh,
from the challenge, dude. And how good does it look? I
oh,
was
I
like,
thought she
I
did.
was like,
I
you've
thought she
got to
did
be
it on
kidding me.
purpose.
No,
She
no,
did
the
it on
thing didn't
purpose.
come out. You can notice on Faye's hair as well. She's got a bit of blue. But no, that was from the challenge. The thing didn't.
Oh,
The dye didn't come out of her hair. How good does it look? Like the missus and I were like, what? Why does this look
yeah.
so good on her? What the hell is this? It's literally just
Oh, I thought that's why
stains.
it looked good enough for me to be like, oh, she did it on purpose just to change it up.
Exactly.
Apparently
How
not.
crazy is that?
Yeah.
Madness, madness. Anyway, thought that would be a little side note. Now Rachel then talks to Brad, and they chat about the future, and she tells him that she trusts Chugs more in that chat. Obviously, I feel like that they
Oh,
also talked
Rachel,
about
Rachel.
how Rachel said initially, like, you were the most attractive to Brad.
Yeah.
But then she said, Chug gives me the more trusting vibes. So I was
Yeah.
like, maybe Brad's not so as far as ahead as I thought. Because at this point, I was like, well, Brad's obviously won. Like, there's
Yeah.
no chatting about it. And then Rachel went and talked to Chugs. They seemed to get on quite well, but it wasn't like a fantastic chat. So I thought, I was like, oh man. Once again, I went back onto the feeling like, oh, Chugs is not going to get this one.
So for me, it was never in doubt. I always thought she would pick Brad. Like for
Yeah,
me,
so
it
so
was
did
never in
I. I just
doubt.
I just had hopes. Like I actually
Yeah.
really liked Chugs by this point, and I was like, I really
Yeah.
hope Chugs. He'd only been there for like 30
2
hours,
days or something. Yeah.
like not even 2 days before the night where she had to decide. So I was like, oh man, like I would love to see him get through and actually have a good go. But then I was like, Brad actually seems interested, so I was like, eh. But then Rachel chats to Chloe, and Chloe pretty much recommended Chugs. Like she was
Yeah.
like pretty much saying like, Brad's chat's so like boring, like he just talks about himself,
So
sort of thing,
here's
which
what I
is
want to
very
butt
fair.
in and say apologies to all my Chloe fans out there as well.
Yeah, get him up there,
Um,
mate.
yeah, she's probably up there as one of my top as well.
She seems genuine, dude.
I've made terrible judgment calls
So
so far.
I have as well though.
But the only correct judgment call I made in the first episode, which I retracted the second episode, was Brad.
And then you're
So
back on him again.
yeah, yeah, I hate him. I hate him. Yeah,
And then at the very end of the episode, she's about to make a decision, and it ends on the cliffhanger, which brings
I
us
hate it. I
to
hate it.
episode 8. I hate it as well. I had to wait a whole 24 hours, but we knew it was going to be Brad. Let's be real.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
shock horror, she chooses Brad. Episode 8, out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
And then also that episode, Toby makes his move with Kaz. What a beautiful moment that was. Like,
Yeah, that was good.
he
That
said,
was
like, he talks with the boys as well, where he talked to Jake, and Jake pretty much said, like, mate, you can't stop
good.
holding back. Like, you don't know what's gonna.
Bit of a hypocrite move from Jake, though.
We could talk about that in a minute too. But I thought it was really good, D&M. He was pretty much saying like, do not have any regrets, just go for it, dude. You haven't been in that. You haven't got any experience. You just need to go for it.
Yeah,
And he took his advice, and they had a really good chat. And yeah, they had their first little pash that's not in a challenge.
yeah.
And pretty much straight after that, before Kaz could even
Jake.
brag,
Yeah,
Jake and Liberty get the first night in the hideaway, which they seem to enjoy a lot.
pretty good looking hideaway though.
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent.
But
I think I've seen
it's-
better, but it was decent.
it's missing the outdoor pool they had like 2 seasons ago with Amber
In
and
the
Greg. I
spa?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like that was just a nice added thing. It was more
Yeah,
just like you have to
maybe it's
be.
there, but they haven't showed it yet. But
Yeah, maybe. It was like, yeah, maybe. But yeah, Jake gave her a bit of a massage, and it was a quite a nice little time. I don't know if they did anything. Didn't look like they did, but who knows?
I think they did, but
I don't
they're
think
not
they
going to
did,
show it.
but
They're not going to
they're
show it.
obviously not going to show it.
Yeah.
And then also that night, Brad and Rachel dry humped.
Which is
And something else happened. They had to censor it out. Did you notice that?
yeah.
She started talking,
Yeah.
nothing came out, and I was like, I wonder what she said.
And I called this well. She said, "Oh, I don't want to get in trouble."
Yeah, she doesn't want to get into trouble.
I was like, "Oh, what could that be?"
Yeah, I wonder what that means. Are they not allowed to have, coitus?
No, they do it. Like it's been come out and said, like past contestants have come out and said, in the middle of like 8 people in a room, they do it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I wonder, maybe it was
So
doing butt stuff or something. Who knows?
yeah, like they can tell from night vision cameras and
Yeah.
undercovers. All right, hold on.
Anyway, that happened. And the next morning comes around, and they've got a lovely little bit of brunch,
This is low key one of my favorite segments every season.
Yeah,
Low key one of my
it seems
favorite
to be, when a little bit of goss comes through.
Yeah.
The
This
cracks.
is when like you said, the cracks start coming in. Like
That's
new
it. And
drama
the
comes to it.
first bit of crack definitely was with Faye and Liam,
Oh,
where
dude.
it was just silent at that
smash.
table.
Oh,
That was so hard to watch.
jeez. It's just so. I'll talk about this after we actually finish through what actually happened in the episode.
Mm.
That
Well,
happens, and then what happens next, Ali?
but all I gotta say is he's one guy that I think I've absolutely banged with my call.
He's
Just
just
a
so
really
boring.
dry, boring guy. Like he's a good-looking bloke. He's probably nice. He seems nice, but Christ, is he dull? Holy!
He can't even. Maybe there's something unseen. Maybe he's good with the boys, but he's got nothing. Like he doesn't even smile. I didn't even see him smile.
It's a bit grim, isn't it? Maybe it's just
Okay.
where he's from, where he's brought up. Anyway, we'll get onto that.
Yeah.
Next thing, another chat. Aaron talking about he wants kids. He wants 4 kids, and Sharon wants none because she feels like all the guys she's been with gives her the vibes that she's gonna have to do all the work.
This is that. So
this is a deal breaker, dude. This is a big conversation.
What she said was, I think she said was she doesn't want to have kids because all the previous people she's been with, it made her feel like she was doing all the work. She said she's happy to have kids.
Exactly. That's exactly what I
if there
said.
was someone who is willing to do the work, which is fair enough, obviously.
Yeah.
But what Aaron said afterwards, right after the chat, Aaron was on the sideline. He was like, probably not the right person for me. I'm like, why?
No, I think that's fair, dude. I think that's fair because I bet there was parts of that we didn't actually hear, where he seems to be confident that she doesn't want kids, and she is really heavily career driven, which he's not a massive fan of.
Well, I don't get it. So I don't get it because you would think being career driven is a plus point.
It depends, though, dude. It depends because I bet you what he wants to do is he wants to travel. He wants to have fun. Meanwhile, she seems to be very much someone who, is going to be focusing on her career as soon as she gets back out again. She's going to be someone that looks after the business, like someone she's going to build her own social media platform and all that kind of not platform, like page. Like she's going to be someone who's going to be concentrating on money.
No, I thought she's working in the government. She
does work for the government. Yeah, but I mean, who's not going to work on their Instagram account once they get out because they're going to have about 1 million followers each. So who wouldn't become a social media influencer?
True.
But I mean,
I don't know. I just felt to write off someone instantly, mainly because of being career driven, was kind of weird from Aaron.
I don't think he wrote her off. He said, "Well, let's see where it goes." That's what he said.
We'll
see where it goes. He just thinks that she's not going to have time for a boyfriend. That's pretty much what he was getting at. That she's very career driven. She doesn't really want kids. Like those are 2 things that not even career driven, but he's not. He said it's not really the bad point about being career driven is not going to have time for a boyfriend. That's pretty much what he was getting at.
What I think is she's way more above. She's more ready to have a relationship than Liam is. That's all I can say.
Oh God, yes, yeah. We'll get onto that in a second. I've got that written down. Now, also in that, what's up? What's Jake doing? Jake giving out weird vibes, talking
I
about
think
how he's
he's not
fine
giving
if
out
you know.
weird vibes. He's doing a classic Jordan from 2 seasons ago.
Oh, but I
He's
sided with Jordan. I'm not. I'm not siding with him.
this guy. What?
What is he doing? Like,
To
she's
everyone.
perfect for him. They literally get on like two peas in a pod, mate.
But apparently he just it's like the saying the grass is not always green outside. You know what I mean? He's just waiting for that one person that's
Exactly.
better than Liberty, I guess.
Yeah,
But which I
that's what I'm
don't think is
worried
gonna
about.
happen. And then
We'll see. We'll see.
it's just
But frustrating.
you know the public's gonna come after him now, and he's not gonna
Mm.
make it far if he carries on this. Like it's still early enough for him to like repair
Redeem?
it.
Yeah.
But if he keeps going at this rate, it's just gonna be like
I think the funny thing is obviously he's done like he's done this in the like over a few episodes, but he's only talked to the guys about it. Where I've like, oh, maybe he's just like,
yeah.
you know, he
Now
doesn't want to seem too full on with the boys. But now
he's
after
getting
he's saying like, you know, if someone her type comes in or someone my type comes in, you know, we should be free to talk to them and stuff and get to
that's
know
so
them.
weird. That's such a weird thing to say, especially
Yeah,
after you've been to the hideaway and
yeah,
just said, well, he said to her, oh, we're on the same wavelength, even in the highway, we're on the same wavelength. We're just so good for each other. And then next minute, he's like, well, I mean, if someone else walks in, I'm not gonna say no to chatting them up, basically.
yeah. See, that's so bad, dude. I'm like,
So
what?
yeah, no. And then he said he's going on and giving advice to Toby on not leading someone on, where he does the exact same thing with Liberty, which is
Yeah, it's a little bit grim. It's a bit grim for
it's
him.
out. But he's slowly falling down my ranks.
No, he is for
Thank
me
you,
as
boy.
well. Bit by bit.
Bit by bit.
It's probably my top two for a lot of episodes there. I'd say for the first 5, 6 episodes. But he's slipping. He is slipping for sure. Now next one, Brad.
Oh
Brad and
man.
his chat at picnic. And I said Brad does what Brad does best. Talking out of his ass and pretty much telling Rachel that they should crack on with like other people.
See, I knew as soon as like um when was it? I think it was the episode before where Rachel said to Brad, I think. Um I don't know if it was Brad or Chugs, I can't remember.
Mm.
But she said something along the, are you grafting with me just to stay safe?
Yeah, she
Or
said
just
it to
because you want to
Chugs.
really said it to Chugs. Okay. So maybe that not that, but I knew as soon as Brad coupled up with that, I was like, something doesn't add up.
I really thought, especially with the reaction that he had with her,
Yes.
how he likes
Yeah.
dark features, like I thought he tricked me, to be fair, if that's what he's playing at.
Dude,
But
what an
what
absolute
else is he
maniac.
looking for? I don't understand what he's looking for.
Okay, so now what's he gonna do? It's just like, all right, I've coupled up with Rachel. I just told her I she basically from our point of view, from what the producers cut out, he just basically said, I only grafted to you to stay safe until someone else comes in. So I can crack on with them. You go and try and find someone else to chat up while I just live my life until 2 new people come in.
Yeah,
That's
that's
basically what
pretty
he
much,
said.
yeah, that's exactly what he said. Yeah,
It
so
seems like
sad.
such a dog act.
Yeah,
It
I
just
completely agree.
he's just like
I feel
come
bad
on,
for
Brad.
Chugs. I really feel bad for Chugs. I think that's why she also got
I've-
upset, even though she didn't say it.
yeah,
She just eliminated a person that actually could have been interested, even though
yeah.
I really feel like he wasn't that keen on her,
No,
because that's not his type at all. So he could have done the
but,
same thing, but at least give the guy a go. And
but it's the fact that Brad said to you, Rachel's face, "Now you're the one I'm looking for. You've been my type since
yeah,
day dot, and I
you're
want
a 9 out of 10.
you're what I want." That's what he said, and now he's just like,
He's
"Lol,
backtracking on her.
Jk, nah, just kidding."
Yep. Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah. And then after that, Liberty goes and talks with the girls and tells them how she's worried about if she's jumped in too early with Jake and if she's hasn't given it
Perfect.
and worried
I
if she
think it
hasn't given
was
anyone
the
else attention.
perfect reaction from Kaz and Faye. I thought. Oh, before we do that, I think you know how Rachel and Faye went for a chat after Brad
Yep.
did it?
Yep.
I thought that was the only time I've seen a friend in this show be a proper friend, because instead of blindly supporting, she went and Faye went and looked at, just tried to think of it as the other person's view,
Yeah, that was pretty good. And
and
how she said like
and
she's
then
playing devil's advocate because
it was
he
advocate.
told
She
her and
made it
stuff.
clear and concise. It's like, I don't know, I'm not supporting you. I'm just thinking of as a devil's advocate way and see what he thinks. And
Yeah.
then both conclusion said, yeah, nah, Brad did a dog act.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was
That's
really
why I
good.
like
I
that.
thought it was
That's
really
why I
good
like that.
from
Yeah.
Brad too. Yeah, I
And
completely agree.
now this reaction with Kaz, I like it as well.
Yeah.
Because this is a time where there's no point in looking at a devil's advocate because you know Jake's in the wrong,
Yep.
100%. So
Yeah, the girls are
just
pretty
a,
tight to be fair.
just a shout out to those two girls for their good reactions.
Yep. Without a doubt. And then uh last but not least, the sneak peek on next episode. Holy, it looks juicy, dude. Hugo and Sharon getting into a fight.
Okay.
And it seems to, and he breaks down in front of the guys, and Faye is absolutely pissed off at him.
I
What
may have
could have he?
seen
What? Could,
I
oh
may
no!
have seen a spoiler, but I'm not
Oh
gonna say
no!
it.
Don't say it, dude. Here's
And
my take on it already. I feel bad for him because by his reaction, he did not
yeah,
mean for what it. Like obviously, he may have
yes,
said something. It did not
yes,
look like he meant what he said, or it came out wrong, or something like
okay.
that. Because
So
he looks very distraught about it. Like he doesn't. Yeah,
yes,
when a guy reacts like that
from
in front of the other guys, then
yeah,
then you know something's wrong.
so from what I've seen as well, I haven't seen the full story. It started playing and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna just watch it at the episode. So I stopped halfway between, but I got like what the context was, but I didn't actually get what the actual event was for that context. So I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't know how it ends, but I know what it's about.
Right.
And I think there's a good chance I'm gonna feel bad for Hugo
Okay.
coming up. Also,
That's yeah.
did they show the two new girls coming in as well?
Yes, dude. That was the last thing. Two new girls are going to enter the villa, and I think they have both Brad and Jake written all over them. In my opinion,
Yep. And
brownie,
they,
maybe like a dirty hair, like brownie blondie,
yeah,
or dirty blonde hair with brown eyes. Bang,
yeah,
Brad. Blonde, bang,
Jake.
Jake. So that's going to be fun to watch. I'm really looking forward to that. But I want someone to be with Hugo, dude. I want Hugo to crack on.
Yeah.
But
I think Hugo and Chloe are doing alright, but it's just a friendship couple at this
it's just a
stage. That's
friendship,
why.
yeah, definitely. But I love how they joke about it, how they're like the power
Yeah.
couple and stuff.
Um.
Yeah, and
That that ep-
that's the wrap up from the 4 eps. That is
that
the
that episode's gonna be
wrap,
big. Next one's gonna be
mate.
big.
That's gonna be huge. Controversy coming out
Gonna be
left, right, and center.
huge.
Gonna be huge. Well, that's the
Okay.
wrap up, man.
Here's my thoughts. Right.
Mm-hmm,
So far this season, there's been 8 episodes. What? 7 days, maybe.
Yeah, roughly about a week.
Has
Well,
this
probably a little bit
been?
over a week.
Has this been the worst group of guys you've ever seen at Love Island?
No,
UK. Sorry, Love Island, UK.
no,
I
I'd
think
say
about it.
last season Love Island UK was pretty grim. That's why I stopped
I don't
watching.
know.
We only watched one episode and we stopped.
I I ended up finishing it afterwards.
Did you end up finishing it?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. You're going
Um,
to record with another podcast, aren't you too?
nah, I
Unbelievable.
just was. Oh, I was so bored like a couple of weeks, and I was just watched it. Now, I think this has to be like the most. This is actually the worst group of guys yet. Right.
Really?
There's no one here that stands out looks wise. Not really. Okay.
I'd say
I
Brad.
can't.
He stands
Yeah,
out.
but I think there's been more people that stand out in other seasons better. Like Tommy was a clear standout in that
I think
first.
facially, I think Brad looks better than Tommy.
No, I'm just saying the whole package.
Oh,
Okay.
like yeah, but he's lovely and too, and everything. Like he had the whole package. He had a good personal, bit grim now and then, but overall decent personality.
Yeah. It's like if you remember, Tommy had dead chat when he started off as well.
Oh, so dead. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
dead.
But I
That's what
think
I'm
Tommy
saying,
was
dude.
more.
Mate, it's only been like 6 days, man. Let's chill. It's like
No, but
there's like normally like 40 episodes in a season. So
yeah, but like in the first 8 episodes last year, we've been introduced to Tommy, we've been introduced to Curtis, we've been introduced to Michael, we got through Jordan came through, we got Anton, we got who's it now? Joe, the baker. Like they're all like people with massive personalities, and you can like tell them apart from like anything they do. Like everything that they do, they have like a distinct flair to it.
yeah,
But
mate, to be honest, I think it's because there hasn't been pretty much any drama yet.
true,
Like there
but
hasn't really been like now it's start. I think now is where it kicks in. The last like 2 episodes, 3 episodes it was pretty dull. This
like
episode was the best because it actually starts to show some cracks,
yeah,
and now we're gonna get
the
used to the
the
characters,
only
dude.
two people that show like even a decent sense of like personality is Hugo and Toby. Everyone
Yeah,
else
and the
just
guys
seems like
definitely. Yeah, agreed.
it just feels like oh
And that's why they're my two favorite guys, mate.
yeah they're out there and these group of guys seem like a bunch of dirtbags, dude. Honestly, like
Apart from those two, I would agree with you as well.
apart from those two, yeah. I mean, and Chunks. I think Chunks was a decent
And
boy as
Chugs
well.
looked like a decent guy. I feel like he could be
Yeah,
a little bit of a fuckboy too, but overall, I
yeah.
think
That
they've
that's
all
my
done their
big
time. But yeah, no, I agree.
that's my big hypothesis this season that I'm just gonna have a look at. The group of boys that come through, I think this season will have the worst lot of the worst batch of men coming to the show.
I don't know, dude.
That's,
I think it's gonna juice up soon. I really do.
I
I'd
hope
say
so.
let's talk
I
about
hope so.
this in by episode 15, 16. We'll come
Yeah.
back to this and we'll see if you have the same tune.
I,
So I
I just
really
need
think,
someone. I just need someone that I can like, not just attach to someone I can, just someone just that like last season before, which is like a group of guys that I'm like, oh yeah, I can remember that unseen bit from like 2 years ago, that Harry
yeah,
Potter bit that
Harry
I did with
Potter,
Danny
yeah,
and all that. Yeah, I can't imagine any of these boys doing it. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like it just
yeah.
doesn't feel like that group of guys. So I'm just like,
To be honest, dude, you watch just. I would recommend if you're bored one time, just watch the unseen bits. Like
yeah,
the guys are sitting around the pool, just like the other ones, and they were talking about their favorite animated movie. It was actually
yeah.
pretty funny, and they just kept like reminiscing and stuff, and they were joking around and stuff like that. And I got a little bit more out of that than I have pretty much out of all the other episodes with like how the guys react to each other.
Okay, I'll
So
have a crack, but I just feel
like it's
I
not as
feel bad
good,
for
but I mean,
the
I feel like it's a good start. I just feel like I
yeah.
felt a little bit more of a connection with those guys more than what you would have at the moment.
I just yeah. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at that. But I
Give
just
us a
feel
quiz,
bad
mate.
for these the girls for the lot of boys that have come through so far.
That's true. Because these
There's
girls
no
seem
one
actually
here.
quite decent, to be fair.
They seem like actual fucking good people. Like Faye seems
Yeah.
like someone who's really good. Chloe seems like all drama people. Like Sharon seems like an Anna 2.0, Anna slash Amber 2.0. You know,
I really like Liberty. She's really growing on me.
she's the only that's kind of just like
Like I thought she's just like there,
she's probably
but she
my
seems to be. She's so nice. Like
she's
she
really nice.
seems
It just
really
feels like
innocent.
yeah. That's
Like
why I'm
poor
like,
thing. I feel
please
bad for her.
Please Jake, don't do anything bad.
No,
Yeah.
that's it. Don't screw this up, dude. For what
I feel like
from this moment, I can see Kaz and Toby winning this whole thing quite comfortably.
I think whoever who Liberty pairs up will end up winning it.
Well,
I
do you
think
know,
it's gonna
mate?
be a it's gonna be
Here's a
a
little quiz for you, dude. The most not quiz. That's a fact, fun fact. And we looked this up literally like an hour ago. The person with the most followers right now is Kaz
Oh,
on Instagram.
yeah, I think
So
she's got a
she's the most
massive
popular girl out of all of them.
she's got a massive Twitter backing, Kaz.
Yeah.
I
So
think
she's got the most followers on Instagram right now.
yeah.
So she's
I
got the biggest
think
backing from the girls, and Toby would probably, if he stays with her, the stands that'll come with Toby and his social media background, and because he plays for hashtag in the UK, and most people know who hashtag is,
if
I
you look
can't see
at
them losing.
Twitter, if you look at Twitter, not a lot of people are fans of Toby.
You're joking.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see after the episode that's just gone, mate.
Yeah, I think so. Not a lot of it. Like I've seen like pictures and tweets about people just blaming Toby for not moving
Well,
fast,
now
and
he
just
has to. To be honest, though, that's what I respect most about Kaz is that
playing.
she, allowed him to take
Yeah,
his time because he's never been in that situation before. And I'm like, no one else. Think of someone else on any of the rest of the Love Islands, anybody, guy, girl, not anything, who would have waited 5, 6 days in a couple for them to get the first kiss, like first proper kiss.
Michael. I don't know. Amber and Michael.
But even he was getting
Ooh.
frustrated that she wasn't showing anything.
Yeah,
Like Kaz hasn't got frustrated. Like Kaz talked about it once to the girls, but never got like frustrated. Just said like, I'd
yeah,
like to move on to the next, and he doesn't seem that keen to. But that was it. She hasn't bitched and moaned about it at all. Like she's a real one. I really like her. Really like her. She's definitely my
yeah.
favorite girl.
Like I said, like I think for me, top three are probably it's Chloe, Faye, and Kaz right now. I think they've.
Mine would be mine would be uh Liberty, Kaz, Chloe.
To be honest, none of the boys making it into my top three. To
I
be
think
honest,
Toby top, then Hugo. Didn't really have any screen time in the last like 3 episodes. So it'd be
he
good to
get
see him.
plenty of it next
He'll get
episode.
plenty of it next episode, so that's good. Yeah, I think Sharon's about mid tier for me. So is Rachel, the new girl. She seems nice, but obviously has only been there for 2 days.
I haven't watched any of the introduction videos for them at all.
No,
I'm just waiting
neither.
until
Neither.
Oh, dude, Rachel's 29.
Yeah, crazy. I nearly jumped out of my bed. I was like, "What?
Yeah,
No way!" Crazy, mental.
just
Hey, we should probably move on. We've been waffling a little bit.
yeah.
And this is
Okay,
not the waffling podcast, mate. This is JR podcast.
this is Jeff. You almost forgot
No,
it,
I
didn't
never
you?
forget it, mate. No, I didn't. No, definitely not. Mate, I think we should move on to your segment.
Moment of the week. It was a
Yeah,
massive success.
everyone's been waiting for it.
To be true, like it has.
I didn't even shout it out. I didn't even shout it out at the start of this episode. Guys, remember, if you want us to talk about anything, if you're up to this point, if you actually made it this far, well done. I'm so proud of you. But if you want us to to chat about anything, just please leave a comment.
If you made it this far, can you just send us a DM or something, just so that we know there's at least one person who made it this far?
I agree. Please do.
We'll shout you a storm.
Yeah, we'll shout your storm if we know you, and if not, we'll give you a good shout out on the podcast and on our socials
Storm
too.
or McFlurry, one of those two.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, moment of the week.
Well, isn't it? It's not moment of the week, mate. It's not what it's called.
Observation of the week.
Thank you. Observation of the week. I've even done a little intro thing for you, mate.
I saw that.
Which will be appearing right now. Observation of the week. That's Marcus.
Funny enough, it's not sponsored by Macca's.
No, it's not. But it can be sponsored by you. So get commenting. Yeah. All right, let's see it, mate.
It is that challenge 007. The first observation was how good Aaron looked in the suit. I think probably the best looking bloke there in the suit.
Yep.
I also saw a video of him in the background of a meeting between Stormzy and Billie Eilish. There was a video going on social media where Stormzy and Billie Eilish were meeting each other on Instagram, like it's the Instagram picture, and then Aaron's in the background with a smile, like from year to year, just popping his head in. He looks so different in that video, but that's just a waffling thing. Don't worry about it. My observation of the week is Aaron looks good in a suit.
That he does. I completely agree. And I might even have like a little screenshot right here of him smirking in his suit when he came out. God, he looked good.
Yeah, is my observation. That
Beautiful,
game was
mate.
fun though.
It was. It was a great little segment.
The vibration chair.
Oh god, the vibration chair. What the hell? Anyway, and the noises Faye was making. What? I didn't want to hear that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was a bit grim, but no, that was a good challenge. A really good challenge. All right, mate. Well, I think we nailed this. To be honest,
Another classic.
mate, another classic
It,
chat by the daybed, mate. Tell you what.
we should make a classic factory. We just produce this.
Ah, it's a great idea, isn't it?
Another successful day at the classic factory.
Jesus. All right. Well, mate, thanks very much for joining me again.
Happy to
It's
be
been a
here.
pleasure, mate. It's been an absolute
man.
pleasure to talk to you again. And if you're listening, please just chuck us a like. If you enjoyed, make sure you comment down below for something for us to talk about or tell us how we're going or any feedback at all. We'd appreciate it. And we will see you very, very shortly. Goodbye.
Bye.